minister who advocates a conservative Christian ideology. Quotes, feminism encourages women to leave their husbands, kill their children, practice witchcraft, destroy capitalism, and become lesbians.
Alright.
I'm gonna go ahead and say no, just based on that one quote.
I do not think he's a Christian. Or not a real Christian, at least. That's what I'll... We'll need to read up more on this man.
But, yeah, I've never heard of him, but that one quote alone is gonna make me say no.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say no.
Yeah, I'm gonna say...
It's funny, but I'm gonna say no. I actually don't know. I haven't seen anything so far.
We need to do more research on that man. But judging from the other people you've mentioned...
If they have any relation
If they have any relation to those other people, I'm gonna say a quick no. But we will do research on him later on.
Not a definite no, but
probably
possible.
No. If he's doing stuff like the other people you've mentioned in this video.
President Obama?
I don't...
Is he? He's not Christian, or he's not. He never. Did he ever claim to be Christian?
From what I understand, every single president we've had in the United States was some form of Christian. Not necessarily like they followed it completely, but like they said they were.
He allowed gay marriage to become legal, so...
You have a good point there.
I would say no. I'd say no. Just on that.
Also because he never... I've never heard him outwardly say anything about it.
Yeah. So I'm going to say no. But maybe we should do more research on Barack Obama. We're going to learn so much by doing this research.
Yeah, I don't think he was.
Yeah. I'm going to say no, but we should probably do some research to know for a fact. And if you want us to actually answer that, possibly in the comment section. If you want a definite answer from us, we'll just comment below. Give us a definite answer to question number this, and we'll give you the answer.
You really believe Mary was impregnated without ever having sex? If someone came up to you and said she was pregnant, but she was totally a virgin, would you believe her? Why did God have to rape a teenage girl in order to become human?
Yes.
Yeah.
Again, the greatest miracle in the Bible is that God created the heavens and the earth. So it's not outlandish for me to believe that Mary could get pregnant. I mean,
God can do anything.
Abraham was like, what, 100?
Yeah, Abraham was 100 when he had his first kid.
I mean, no. Well, old people men can have sperm forever. So, but his wife was old. Was like, there was no way she would be able to have kids. So.
I think she was like 98.
Yeah, her things would be dead by then. So, if she can have kids, I can believe that Mary can be pregnant without having sex. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody believed that she did. Everybody did.
Oh yeah, her husband actually...
They were slandered for that.
No, actually, they thought that she, like, cheated on Joseph. Joseph was thinking about actually leaving her at one point, but then an angel was like, nah, be...
Like, the Bible never makes stuff, like, be like, oh yeah, just follow after. Like, everybody in the Bible questions everything, like true skeptics. So, I mean, I don't... But yeah, I think that's pretty compelling. Anyway, next question.
If someone came up to you and said she was pregnant, but she was totally a virgin, would you believe her?
Probably not.
Were you just talking about any random person?
Just some random person. I'd probably say no.
No. But we're talking about Jesus Christ, the Son of God.
I feel like that was a one-time occurrence that was specific.
That was a one-time occurrence. I don't think God is ever going to allow that to happen again. Because
then it would cause a lot of issues with the church.
Yeah.
With wondering whether or not that was actually the Messiah or if it was like some sort of...
Because that was only supposed to happen to, like, the Messiah. So
I'm pretty sure that wouldn't happen.
So if somebody came up to me today and said, I got pregnant and nobody stuck it in me, I'd be like, okay, did you go get artificially inseminated?
You probably got raped in your sleep. I'm going to cut that out.
You better. Next question.
Why did God have to rape a teenage girl in order to become human?
Rape. No.
Rape.
I don't think
he didn't rape her.
It wasn't physical.
It wasn't physical at all. That's why I think that's what Islam believes, or Mormons, something like that. It's maybe not Islam.
That makes sense.
Mormons.
I feel like Mormons probably would.
Mormons, I think. I'll have to study up on that, but I'm pretty sure Mormons are the ones that think that God came down and like had sex with her, or no. Even though God doesn't have a gender, so he wouldn't have a penis. He created gender, so the only reason we call him Father is because of the role he plays in our lives. But I don't even think he has a true body. He only shows us a body so we can, like, see him. But, like, God, the Father, does not. I don't even think he has a body. At least from Scripture, it doesn't seem like he would actually have a body. But, I'm not...
What was the question?
If some girl walks up to you in the street,
like... This is a different question than this. Whatever. We'll find out when I'm editing it.
Yeah. Next question.
If you could go back in time to when Jesus was being crucified, would you try to save him, or would you stand back and do nothing, since your entire faith depends on him being crucified?
Stand back and do nothing.
I think even if you tried to, you wouldn't have been able to.
Yeah, even if I tried, God probably would have like pushed me back or something, just like.
Or had something intervene because.
Yeah, maybe have a Roman soldier stab me because there was Roman soldiers all around him.
Yeah.
So like. You don't think the apostles would have wanted to save him?
Well, but they all ran away because they were scared.
Yeah, they ran away like chickens while the woman went and found Jesus' grave, which is another good point, by the way.
Well, there was only like 3 people there when he was actually crucified.
Yeah,
well,
but
3 of his friends at least.
Yeah,
I think it was like his mom, another woman, and then one of the apostles was there.
yeah.
I think.
Even
I
if
think
he
it was, like,
wanted
John.
to, God would find a way to stop us. But I personally, if I somehow...
Well, I mean, this is even just assuming that you could even time travel.
Yeah, assuming you can time travel, which seems highly improbable with science.
I'm almost 100% sure that you would never be able to time travel.
Yeah. But if we could, we're just saying hypothetically, no, I'd sit back. It would suck, but I'd sit back and let it happen because I know the good it would. That would.
And also, you wouldn't be able to.
Yeah, he would.
It's like
God is God. Like Jesus
prophesied.
Jesus
no
could have easily gotten off that cross. He chose to stay there for a reason.
Well, like he could have even escaped because like he stayed around and got arrested. Like he could have just left. They wouldn't have been able to get him. He
purposely stayed. He prayed the night before because he knew what was going to happen.
And he let them take him. He didn't like resist it or anything.
Yeah. He completely and utterly let it happen. One of his apostles tried to slash like a guy's ear off because he was trying to save him. He's like, "Put your freaking sword down. Let them take me. I know what's gotta be done, B." I'm Michael. No. Wait, was Michael Phelps to like? Or was
I think Michael Phelps is a swimmer.
What would it take to change your mind about God's existence? Do you think it's a little strange when someone says they're gonna believe in something no matter what, even when all the evidence seems to point in the other direction?
Evidence to the contrary.
Evidence to the contrary. So just either just enough.
True evidence.
True evidence.
Not just any evidence.
No, yeah. Just true evidence that like really shows that God didn't existed, and the best evidence you could give me is simply find Jesus' remains. If you can find not some random like persons, like because a lot of people were crucified, but if you can identify 100% that Jesus' remains are in a grave somewhere, I will gladly give up my faith because that would prove it. So, yeah.
Do you think it's a little strange when someone says they're going to believe in something no matter what, even when all the evidence seems to point in the other direction?
That's dumb.
That's what I think about atheism.
Well, why would you believe something if you didn't have evidence for it?
I think he's trying to say that Christians do that.
Obviously, that's what he's hinting at. But like, it's not smart, or it's not a good idea to follow something without any evidence.
Yeah, and there are some Christians
who follow just basically
who are in the right place for the wrong reasons. They're in the right place for the wrong reasons. And I encourage that they learn everything about their faith. I think they should look at all the evidence. They should not blindly follow our religion because our religion
really
is... I'm not afraid to look at atheists like your video. I'm not afraid to look at other atheists like documents and like articles because I have full faith that their evidence is not going to be sufficient. But if it was, I'd be intrigued and dig more into it. But I fully believe that their evidence is not good enough to defuse God.
What is something your pastor has said in church that you totally disagree with? And when that happened, did you confront your pastor about it, or did you just let it slide?
Well, here's the thing that our old pastor Jonathan used to say. He said, make sure you always have your Bibles on you, and if I ever say anything that contradicts the Bible, you need to get me out of here. Because if I'm not preaching the Word of God, then you shouldn't listen to me. What happened a lot in
Roman Catholic.
Roman Catholic was that there was a bunch of smart men who could read Latin because they had translated it from Hebrew to Latin, but that was like the only thing they did. And a lot of people couldn't read Latin. A lot of people couldn't read at the time. So they had to take what the pastor said, or the priest said, on faith. And that's why, thanks to Martin Luther, he made a bunch of written copies in different languages of the Bible so we could see it for ourselves and know the truth. So, yeah, if the pastor... that can't be just something that, like, I'm like, oh, that doesn't sound right. If it's something that contradicts the Bible...
I mean, he asked, like, what is something that your pastor has said that you haven't agreed with? So far,
so far, nothing.
I mean, nothing that I'd ever be able to think of.
Yeah. But if we saw something that was
it's possible there's something that he said that I didn't agree with, but then like I later learned that it was right and I was the one that was wrong instead.
Yeah. But if we saw that or heard they were saying something that contradicted the Bible, then we would.
I would look it up.
Yeah, and then I would
probably ask.
And then I'd probably talk to her, like whoever's higher up to like say we need to get rid of this person.
Or just correct them.
Or yeah, correct them, or if they're like trying to teach us something else on purpose, then maybe get them out of our church.
And when that happened, did you confront your pastor about it, or did you just let it slide?
No, I didn't necessarily sometimes I would ask Jonathan about something, or I would just go and look it up myself.
So, like, yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, in a situation like that, I would probably either confront them or look it up or do something in that general.
Or both.
Probably both, yeah. That'd probably be the better idea. Look it up first, then confront them about it.
Yeah.
Why are there so many Christian denominations? And are the people who are in those different denominations bad Christians? Are they wrong? Which denomination is right? Or which group of denominations is right?
That's actually something I was wondering myself, and I'm thinking it has...
I want to do research on that.
And I think it has something to do with, like, based on, like, the rule set or something. Because, like, our church is Southern Baptist.
There's a couple dominions which are fine, and then there's a couple, like, Catholicism and stuff like that.
Well, Catholicism is kind of a little bit different.
Yeah. But, I mean, there are some, like...
Because our church is Southern Baptist, but there's, like, a bunch of other different things about it.
Yeah,
I think it all has to do with, like, I think a lot of them go down to more, like, traditions, I think, and, like, different interpretations of the Bible, but I don't know exactly specifics about
there's different interpretations which are still aligned with, like, the, like, stuff that every Christian needs to know. Because, obviously, Christians can have disagreements, but they all need to hold the same central belief.
Yeah.
But, like,
I feel like there's probably, like, Christians that believe that the Earth is, like, millions of years old.
Oh, I was gonna say, if they think that, there's a problem. But...
Like, there's probably, there's, like, differences in opinion, but it doesn't really change the main belief of what they're believing. If they're still believing the same main thing, and there's just small disagreements, it's not, like, a huge deal.
Yeah, but we both should read up on this more.
Yeah, it's something I've wanted to read up on, but I just haven't gotten around to it.
So we don't know enough about it. I'd say we're not well informed enough to give a qualified answer to this. But if you want us to answer this, just retype this in the comment section, and whenever we finally do learn about it, one of us will comment in this video. I'll definitely come back and check this video, like, every week, even if nobody ever comments. But, you know, just so, you know, I'm answering your guys' questions. So, oh, that sucks. That photo. Roll that frame. Next.
Confront your pastor about it, or did you just let it slide? Why are there so many Christian denominations? And are the people who are in those different denominations bad Christians?
It depends.
Oh, no, we already kind of discussed this. Like, if it's just small, like, differences,
if it's small differences, but if they're, like, saying now homosexuality is okay, it's okay to, like, touch yourself, there might be a problem then. You know?
It's when it comes to bigger disagreements.
Yeah. Like, if they're like, well, I actually don't think that Jesus rose from the dead. Then we got, like, really big issues, because that's kind of like the foundation of Christianity, so... Yeah, it depends on, like, what it is. If it's, like, a minor thing, like, I think... again, I'm not qualified enough for this question, but my point is, as long as it's not, like, a huge significant that would, like, totally dismantle what Christianity is actually about, then there's probably a problem. But if it's a minor thing that doesn't actually change the overall narrative of the Gospels, then that's okay. That's, again, this is my non-educated opinion on this particular subject.
Are they wrong? Which
that was for the previous one.
Oh, maybe.
I think we kind of answered that.
Yeah, maybe. Depends. Alright, next one.
The name is right.
Which one's right? It's not really...
No, it's not.
It's not like this.
It's like Republican and Democrat. Like, it's not necessarily wrong to be a Democrat or wrong to be a Republican. There's just different opinions on certain things.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, I don't know how to do a better example. It's like, maybe you like... You like cheese pizza, and I like cheese pizza, he likes pepperoni pizza. It still has cheese on it, it's still the same thing. There's just a little bit of pepperoni on it. But if you take off the pepperoni, it's still the same pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like there's only one that you can follow that'll be right. It's just, I guess it depends more on how you want to...
Now, if you take away the cheese from the pizza, now it's just... Now it's just pepperoni and like the sauce that's not really pizza anymore. So you kind of destroy the foundation of pizza. Yeah. And then you take away the bread too. Now it's just sauce and pepperoni. It's nothing anymore.
It's just a mess.
Exactly.
But yeah, I think it's just there's not like one that's specifically correct. It's just as long as they all believe like the same main belief, then I think it's
same central.
As long as there's not too many of those big differences.
That's what I'd say on that. So, next question.
Or which group of denominations is right? Who?
Which group of them is right?
Wait, which group of them?
Well, it's like the same thing as the last one. Is there one that's right, or is it like a group of them that's correct?
Again, just refer to the last question, I guess, really.
Well, because, like, I think what he means by group is, like, there's, like, we're Southern Baptists, but that's under the category of Baptists. But then, I guess there's, like, a small subcategory.
Again, this is a really big question, and this legitimately we are not qualified enough to give, like, a very coherent answer. We can only give our knowledge thus far. But again, we will study up on this, and if you want us to answer this question, you're like, Christians, we want you to actually have an answer to this, then just comment below this specific question and we'll come back to it. But yeah, we need to get down with this video. It's like an hour long.
We've only got like 8 more.
Yeah.
Who or what do you think is responsible for natural disasters like earthquakes or tsunami?
Sin and God. Both work. God can use sin. He hates sin, but he can use sin to work for his will. So, a lot of the reasons earthquakes and stuff happens in the first place is because of sin. Sin is not just our personal stuff that affects us, it affects the world. Like when Adam and Eve first existed, the world was beautiful. But because of sin, the world, we have rapists and murderers now, we have, tsunamis and earthquakes and all this stuff happens because of sin. But God can use these for his good. I guess that's the best way I can answer that. There's a book called Trusting God by Jerry Bridges. It's very... The book is very assuming that you're a Christian already, but if you want to know how true Christians deal with that sort of thing, that would be the book I'd recommend.
Can you pause the video right now and tell me what the 10 Commandments are? And if you know them, and good for you if you do, why do so many Christians believe that the first 4 of them belong on government property and in the classrooms?
Ooh, that's actually a good challenge.
Alright, here we go.
Alright, so, do we have to say all 10? Alright, here we go.
Alright, so we got... Do not murder.
Do not steal.
Do not steal.
Do not lie. Love thy neighbor.
Love thy neighbor. Don't use the Lord's name in vain.
Yes.
No adultery.
No adultery.
Adultery is not good.
Was fornication one of them, or did that go into adultery?
Fornication is...
Oh, it's a sexual... Is that sexual morality? No, I'm sorry. I haven't read the New Testament.
No, that's just so it's adultery. And then, no idols.
Yeah, no idols. For our God is a jealous God.
I guess we got 3 more.
Yeah, we got 3 more. We're having trouble.
I'm going through I'm trying to, remember the ones I've already said as well. So you said murder, stealing, lying.
Love thy neighbor.
Love thy neighbor, adultery.
I thought adultery was this one.
I don't remember. What the heck was this?
I don't know. We're having... I am not... I just finished reading the New Testament. I haven't actually read through the whole Bible yet.
This is the first time I've gone over them in a while.
Yeah.
So, adultery, no idols. Oh yeah, the Lord's name. Don't use the Lord's name in vain.
Yeah, we said that.
Okay, so then after that we would have...
Dude, we suck. This is why we needed Jesus, because we can't even remember that was the whole point of the Old Testament, was that he gave them 10 commandments.
If I was younger, I'd know this because I knew them when I was younger.
But like the 10 commandments, they were made specifically because God knew we would not follow all 10. He knew we'd screw up, and that's why we needed Jesus, just to make a point. But
I mean, the question. It's not like the question's affecting our faith or anything.
Yeah, it's not. It's just showing that we need to
It's just showing that my memory is not the best.
Neither is mine.
And I should probably go over it again.
You know what?
Whatever. It's not like you can...
We'll know that
it's not like you can screw this up. I'm the Lord thy God, you shall have no gods before me, which is no idols.
You shall...
Oh, wait.
You shall not make yourself an idol.
Oh, it's don't worship other gods, and then don't make idols, like as in objects.
Yeah. Like, your wife can be your idol. Like, you can worship her.
Yeah.
So, that's where we got confused. So, we only have 1 left then.
Okay, yeah, because I kind of grouped those 2 into one of them.
Yeah. Because you shall have no other gods but me. That's
oh,
like,
keep the Sabbath day holy. Oh, and then honor your father and mother.
Does Sabbath day really apply to us anymore?
Sundays.
Sundays? Oh, okay. Okay.
Sabbath
and then
day,
honor
Sunday.
thy father and mother, yes. Okay, so we forgot.
So we missed those.
But with the idol one, like, there's Buddha and Allah and, you know, all those other Eastern...
Well, also idols like,
No, but that's the gods. The idols can be like
the idols
your wife,
like,
your girlfriend,
or
a video game system that you don't want anything to happen at, your car that you like wash every single day and make sure it stays nice.
Or
and
even
sparkly.
it could be like just like having a cross in your room. You worship that instead of actually like worshiping God, but like you worship like the image of it instead.
Yeah. So, yeah. But we still should have been better on that. I'll fully admit we made a mistake on not.
I mean, it's not like I didn't know them.
Yeah,
like I
we
had
knew
those in the
them.
back of my head. I just couldn't think of them at the moment. Like if I were asked if those were the like if I was asked if one of those was like the Ten Commandments, I'd be like, oh yeah, obviously. But like, I just couldn't think of them off the top of my head.
But fair enough point. It just shows that I need to read my Bible more often, I think.
And if you know them, and good for you if you do, why do so many Christians believe that the first 4 of them belong on government property and in the classrooms?
Are these in order? I don't think these were in order. Let me see if the thing gives me where it is in the Bible. The Bible in English. What the fudge? Alex, why are you breaking it?
Sorry. Oh. You shall worship no other gods but me.
I think that's the
evolution
first one.
and stuff. So is he admitting that evolution is a faith?
I don't know.
Because
wait, I don't know if this is in the
it takes just
order.
as much faith to believe in evolution.
He says the first 4, and here it would say that the first 4 are no gods before me, no idols.
I'd imagine those would apply.
Then next one would be don't take the Lord's name in vain, and then keep the Sabbath day holy. Those are the first 4 ordered here, which I don't feel like he's talking about. So I don't know. I feel like
I know that a lot of Christians, they feel that public schools should teach the gospel and stuff because we know that it's historically accurate.
Yeah.
Of course, secular people don't want it in their schools because they see it as false. They'll mind if you have a club, but they don't want to be teaching it in their secular teachings.
Yeah, they're not going to teach it in history class or something.
Yeah, they don't.
Because they don't personally believe
So
it's true.
maybe that's what he's talking about,
I don't.
and like us like praying, I guess, but that wouldn't be forced. That Islam forces you to pray, but not Christianity. But so I don't know what you mean by that. Maybe we'll get back to you.